know that it's going to be a good, and today I just know it. I just know it, Lips and Legion. I just know it. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I want to thank everybody in advance for the gifts and the favorites. Unfortunately, while the show goes on, especially once my guests are in the box, I will not be able to acknowledge you individually. So yeah, make sure that you guys, you understand I can't acknowledge everybody. We're going to say one more minute. We'll go till 10:03. Oh, 10:04. Sorry. And then we're going to go ahead and have Emoji J hop in. We'll do the introduction. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lessons Learned. I am so excited to introduce our two guests today, Lips or Legion. I'll leave it up to, let's see, Lips has been here. Lips, do you want to go first or second? Tarek, Laura, and HelloFresh Master. How are you guys? Welcome to Lessons Learned. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to be here. You want to go first? All right. So Lips, then give me about 7 minutes and we'll have you in the box. All right. I'm excited, you guys. So Lips popped in with her message a little bit ago and I was like, yes, yes, yes. I know some people that could learn from this one right now. In my real life, not on here, guys. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. All right, you guys. If you don't know Emoji J, he is my admin, and he helps me find guests. He does this introduction, and if you have a show or looking to have a show, please reach out to him, and he can help you out. He'll put his IG stuff in the text. Alexa off. All right, you guys. So at the end of every week, I pull a card and I put it in here, but it's not in here. So I had to screenshot the card today. So this week's Q&Q, which is a quote and a question that we ended with last week, was don't worry where I am. I'll tell you when I get there. And the question is, what one place on earth would you transport? Excuse me. Enough. What one place on earth would you transport yourself to right now? I know he's not like he's been good all day, right? Okay, Lebanon. Spanklish's house. Oh my Lanta. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lessons Learned. My name is LIlly, and I have two amazing guests. We have Legion TV and Lips Shines, and I am excited. I am very excited for the messages today. What one place on or the candy aisle at Walmart says, Ginger, you're silly. Where would you transport yourself, guys? Seriously. Lebanon, Ohio. Okay, okay. I know where that is. I know where that is. All right, guys, remember to thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the favorites. Thank you for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Listen, dude, I think it's so cool that we can tune in from all across the world and hang out. I love it. I just love it. So if I could transport myself to any one place in the world right now, oh God, I think I'd have to pick like Italy or Greece because the water is spectacular. I love oceans, the clear, or Bora Bora. Yeah, Bora Bora is definitely up there too. But I really want to see Greece and Italy really, really bad. Bora Bora looks like definitely on my bucket list too. But I don't know. If I could go anywhere right now, I think it'd be Greece. Nova Scotia. Okay. 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 Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Bora Bora, because seeing waterfalls right now would be spectacular. I don't know, Boop. Let's go to Bora Bora. All right, Boop. Boop and I would transport ourselves right now to Bora Bora, and that would be our dream at the moment. To eat sushi in Japan. Okay, okay. I bet you it tastes a lot better than what you get over here. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, seriously. North Pole so you can see Santa. Oh my gosh, Art Man, you'll have to come back later. I seen Santa last week. Oh my God, he yelled at my kids for me. It was the greatest day of my life. They're grown, but he still yelled at them in a voicemail. Like it's recorded, so I'll share it with you. All right, guys, if you're just tuning in, welcome to Lessons Learned. I just asked the question, what is one place in the world, if you could transport yourself right now, where would you go? What is the one place, if you could right now pick anywhere to transport yourself, where would you go? Willow, what about you? Scrappy says to see my daughter. Aw, nice. Hi. All right, you guys. So before I have Lip Shine hop in the box, I want to remind you guys that we are not professionals. What we do here on Lessons Learned is we simply talk about a lesson life has taught us. Not necessarily me in this case, but my two guests, okay? I need y'all to be respectful, because if this was something that was easy to do, you would all be lining up to be on my show. So remember, people are making themselves vulnerable so that you can learn a lesson, or so that somebody else can push through something that they might be struggling with, right? So respect is key. Favorite the guests, go check them out. You know, if you've got a couple extra cupcakes hanging around on the countertop, you know, toss those at them too. You know, everything's appreciated. I love doing this show because it does help people. And when you share your message, it may not resonate with every single person, but I promise you there's at least one person listening that feels better. So thank you to my guests for being willing to come on here and share these stories. If you find yourself extra stressed or feeling extra in your feels, for the lack of getting too descriptive, please reach out for professional help. There's nothing to be ashamed of. I've seen a therapist myself. It was the greatest thing I've ever done for myself. Sometimes we go through things and we just need someone to listen. So don't be afraid to reach out. Reach out to your friends. You know what I mean? If you have good friends that you can trust. And again, remember, Emoji J is my admin. Make sure you have him favorited. And if you're interested in being on this show, if you think you have a lesson life has taught you that could help someone else, please reach out to Jay or myself on Instagram. He'll put his in there, and you can find mine in my bio if you scroll down. Okay? Lips, are you ready? So Lips is going to be talking about how, I'm going to read just what she wrote word for word so I don't mess it up, because I like to do that a lot. Remember, when helping others, you cannot expect the same to come from the ones that you've helped. Don't look back, look forward, because the blessing is always coming. And I just went, oh my God, we need this today. So I'm going to let you in the box. Guys, again, thank you in advance for the gifts, for the favorites, and more importantly, your time. I appreciate you all for being here. And let's give Lips a warm welcome. Hi, gorgeous.
Hello, I just got off of work, so if I look dusty, that's probably because I got work dust on me. Hello?
Yeah, you look amazing. You look amazing. How are you today?
Hello, everybody. I'm tired, but I'm good. Thank you. Thank you. And I pray that
Well,
the same is well for you.
Thanks for coming on the show. I'm excited for this lesson. I did just read it to everybody, so I don't know if you want to just jump in and get to it, or
Well, I hope it was coherent because I was like, oh, what can I talk about? I was like, what can I talk about? But people that have like big, amazing hearts, you know what I'm saying? People always look at me as a big gifter or someone that can help others, things like that. Being the age that I am, I've learned in life that, and actually was taught to me to do a lesson in church that you can't look back at the hand that you're helping to be doing the same for you sometimes. So I always listen to people gripe, and they're always griping like, I did this for such and such, and I don't. Just let's take the app for example. We're gifting, we're spreading love, we're flipping the streamer, we're doing those little treats for everybody that we want to receive in return, especially if we're streamers. But we're also saying, well, I did this for someone else and they haven't done the same for me. But you can't say that they're going to do the same for you, but you got to stay, vigilant and consistent to the fact that the blessing is coming. Because if you're pouring, especially wisdom, words, your time, your effort, everything that you got, if you're charismatic, you know, I'm giving time to somebody. I could be laying in the bed. But the thing is, when the time comes that you need something from someone else, it may not come from Silly Lily, but it might come from someone unexpected, and the timing will be just so on time that it's a blessing. Because I have got so much in return where I've gone to a store where the people are like, oh, don't worry about it. And I'm like, oh, no, I'll pay for it. No, we want to do because it's timing.
right.
It's sometimes it's God's timing. If you don't believe in a higher power, it's just, how it the cards are dealt.
Yeah.
So I'm just so grateful to the people that are in my circle, around in my life, especially during this time of year. We're looking for gifts. We're all looking for people to show us love. So I also definitely just remember, give love, great give love, just a small hello, and it's the best gift out here for anyone, especially during these times.
Yeah, I absolutely. I too have put out, for people who maybe didn't deserve it, but me being me, I don't like to see people struggle, and it's never those people that are there for me. It's always someone new. And you're right, it's always that odd timing where just at the right moment something happens and you're like, "Oh my God, I can't, like I can't believe it." So, I I do believe in doing for others without expecting things back. You can't. And in the gifting too, gifting is optional. It's never a requirement. So if you get a gift, or you give a gift rather, you technically can't expect that back. It's a gift. You don't gift somebody something and expect it back. If they want to gift
That's
you
true.
as
When it
well, that's on them. Yeah.
That's true.
You know.
That's very true. I mean, it kind of coincides. Like I love people around me. And the and I had people all the time when I was younger, but I used to like to want to hold on to my friends or different things. But then I say, well, why are these people slipping away from me? But I've learned these are life's lessons. Some people are
Mhm.
in your life for a lifetime. Some people are in your life for a season or a reason or a lesson. And then
Yes.
sometimes you have them go.
Yeah.
You can't have everybody that you've met in your life
No.
ever. And you'll cross pathways when you need them.
Right. Yeah, it's almost like, certain people enter your life and you've got to grow, and when you grow you can't take everybody with you. You've got to focus on the people that are staying positive with you and the people that are cheering you on. I feel like surrounding yourself with people who are cheering you on, and you're cheering them on, and you're legitimately happy watching each other grow, no matter who's in the lead that week or not, you know but it's those are the people you surround yourself with, and oftentimes you find yourself surrounded by people who you just kind of are stagnant with, right? And you get stuck. But yeah, I don't know, it's important to stay positive and to be good to people. You never know what we're going through, right? That's
True.
another thing.
Oh
So
yeah. That's a
was
whole
there
different time.
right, that's like a whole week's episode. I feel like a whole week getting into all that. So do you think that was there any one specific moment, I guess, where you kind of caught yourself in the feels and then was quickly reminded, like, okay, this is why I stay humble and kind, and this is why I do for others without expecting? Is there any one moment that you were actually humbled in the moment that you can remember?
Well, I feel like it's just through the years, it's just a evolution. Evolution.
Right.
I've evolved to the point. I mean, when I was younger, I used to get mad, like, ah! But now I just like, you know what? It's okay. And people get mad for me. But I'm like, what you upset about? Because it's not a karma thing. It's like I gave from the heart. And when
Right.
you're a giver, you have to have that expectation that because you gave freely and with a good heart of cheer, that it's going to return.
Yeah.
You don't know how it is. It might be your health. It might be financial. It might be above the exponential, whatever you blow your mind exceedingly. You don't know how it is. It's gonna be that job, or the person that you met might be that person that's gonna hire you. You never know how things
Mhm.
up
Right.
in life.
Yeah. It's yeah, there's
But you know
lots of
what?
oh god.
I've learned. I don't. All I learned was a shift. It's just a shift along the way, and when you learn that shift and you stick with it, then you'll be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's facts. And
As the young
yeah, I
folks
think
say, period.
yeah, I think I've just now kind of hit that stage in my life where I can comfortably say that I'm focused on me. It doesn't matter what you say, like life's too short to stress your opinions of me. Um when
I have a.
what?
They're saying I have a lag.
It's
Do
a
I have a
little bit. It
lag,
comes in, it
Lily?
kind of comes and goes. Like it's a little bit here and there. It's not too bad on my end, but it's a little bit, but
Oh,
that's okay.
I'm
So
sorry.
is there anything that you can say to people, or any like that would that doesn't sound right. Hold on. I'm kind of at a stump for questions. Like is you kind of covered everything pretty quick and I'm like, I don't know what to ask. um do you think that people who gift freely, do you feel like sometimes they, like in the app, let's ask on the app world, like they might people might try to take advantage of them? I'm trying to like word this right. Like when you're a bigger gifter, you've got, like, I feel like you have to be extra careful because you don't want to get taken advantage of. You don't want somebody to fool you. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? Like, I don't know what I'm trying to ask. Like being careful who you are giving to, or like if you see the homeless person on the side of the street, but they're leaving and they get into the Cadillac, right? Like, cause people panhandle for
Oh,
fake,
yeah.
right? So like in the real life, you give somebody $20 thinking they're struggling, and then they go and hop in their Cadillac and you're like, what the? how can you lie like that? Like, why would you do that to somebody? So I guess like in relations to that, we don't even have to put it to the app now that I have like an off app topic. Um, I feel like, is there advice that you could give to someone who wants to be giving, but maybe sometimes gives too much? There we go.
Well, you know what? Sometimes everything is not always monetary. Like, I was working in a store and there was this um young boy standing there asking for something to get something. And I was like, well, why aren't you in school and different things like that? And I said, do you really want money for a bus fare? I mean, because I said, there's so much you could be doing, young man. I said, you could be going to help somebody in their yard. Even if you don't have a lawnmower, you could use their lawnmower to cut their grass and make the money that you're seeking after instead of asking individuals just to give it to you because you're too young to be out here panhandling for money. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole life ahead of you to be able to secure income and build your mind up, to do something else with the money. Now, if you have to get somewhere because of a situation, that's different. But, I inquire, like, what do you need this money for a bus ticket? And he didn't want to answer me. I mean, if you're truly hungry, I'll get you a bag of chips or a soda. But, you be somewhere in the arc of safety where there's adult supervision because out here in the street is not where you need to be
Right.
because there's too much happening. People
Right.
take advantage of people, of vulnerability, and I would not want anything to happen to this young person. And so, me giving him the advice, he may not have took it, but I pray that I've watered something within him.
Right.
Think about what I've said.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
sometimes it's not always money, but say knowledge and wisdom is truth. And think
And
about what
sometimes
you're
just
doing, son.
yeah. And
Think
sometimes
about
just
what you're
listening.
doing.
Yeah, young
Is
people,
there
it's
something?
hard to watch them suffer. It's hard. But all right, Lips. Is there anything else you want to throw in there? If not, let's hear a little bit about you when you stream, what we can find, any events coming up, and all that jazz.
Well, I do stream every Sunday. Show called Find the Line with Lip Shine every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's Moody in the comments. He can help
Yeah.
you getting on the show. Emoji J also does introductions for me as well. So it's a very fun interactive show with puzzles and a virtual will. So if you're interested, definitely we want to see you on the show.
Oh,
I do stream, but not as much on this platform as I used to. So you'll see me every now and then. I'll pop and visit people. But,
nice.
follow me on IG.
There you
You can
go.
catch me in the
All
wind.
right, we'll get you on IG. So yeah, if you so I don't work on Sundays anymore. So as long as I don't have to sing, I'm good. That's the only thing I won't like. I don't have musical talents. But if I was working Sundays forever, so I couldn't do Sunday shows. So I'm off on Sundays now. If you, I'll reach out to Moody.
Oh, absolutely. We would love it. We love it. We love it.
All right,
We
sounds
have
good.
fun.
Well, thank you for being here, and I'll see you on your show soon, I hope. All right, let's thank you guys. If
Thank you
you're
for
just
having me.
tuning in,
No,
yes, thank you so
it's been
much.
a long time coming, y'all.
Yeah.
Have a happy holiday. I know I've been up
Yeah.
all night, y'all. I'll see y'all.
Go get some rest, love. Thank you so much. Y'all, she
Thank
is
you.
awesome. Make
Love
sure
you.
you have her favorited. Thank you. Like she said, she's got her featured show Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is going to be Legion TV up next. Legion, I'm going to do about a 10-12 minute self-care, self-love tips and questions segment. Hi, Miss Chrissy. And then we will have you in the box, okay? So the first question that I always ask everybody is, what have you done for yourself today? What have you done for yourself today? I got up early and I got ready and I got my daughter up, and it's her birthday today. But let's be real. I don't know. I love celebrating. I love having reasons to like, you got to sleep in, boob. You're still in bed. I'd say that that's a win right there. I will tell her you said happy birthday. T says I woke up. You guys, again, I would like to thank everybody for all of the gifts, all the favorites, and for just being here. You know, time is the most important thing you can give somebody. So I appreciate y'all for that. Doc says I washed my hair. Hey, that's always a good feeling. And like you were saying earlier, the smell. It always smells so fresh and so clean. I am not card reading. These are self-care questions. I sure will. So I'll probably be streaming from the from the Christmas lights, since it's dark and you won't be able to see anything but the lights. So I'm thinking that you guys will be able to see that there, but that we can talk about that later. All right. So self-care question number 2. What are you putting off? What is something that you've been needing to do or wanting to do that you haven't done? What are you putting off? Please don't. Miss Chrissy says the uni work. Who else? What am I putting off? I'm putting off cleaning my apartment. That's what I'm putting off. I am not doing my job around the house. Oh my God, please stop barking. I'm sorry, guys. Look at her. So cute. I'm not supposed to acknowledge gifts. Focus, Lily, focus. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. Ooh, wrapping presents. Yes. Your license test. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah. So wrapping presents is probably one of my least favorite things to do. But I will tell you, as the kids get older, it gets less because they want more expensive things. So I don't have to wrap 12 little things. I just wrap like 2 things, you know? So guys, I do want to remind everybody this is a featured show. I cannot acknowledge all of you in this moment, so please hit me with a favorite. You can smash that star up top, and you can come visit me when I'm not on my featured show, and we can chit chat a little bit more. Thank you guys again for all of the gifts. I appreciate you. And self-care question number 3 is, where have I never been that I'm dying to go? Where have you guys never been for? I can't help it. Darn it. Italy, I was just saying before, Greece. I know there's some new folks in here, so I thought I'd throw that one out there. Alaska, nice. I think that as long as it was summertime in Alaska, I could tolerate it, but if it's snowing there, I am so out. Hawaii, absolutely. Ooh, Tim with outer space. Why are you you think outside the box. That thought never even crossed my mind. And keep it clean, T. All right, guys, I'm going to do one more question for you. And that is, who or what inspires you? Who or what inspires you? Part-time says my kids. T, other than me, my old self, says Duck. Tim says I inspire myself. 50 says my daughter. Cecil says Gandhi. My grandmother and my daughter, I think, are the 2 people that just amaze me on the day-to-day basis. Man says Santa. Keep going, for real. Good job, Doc. No, I'm seriously, I get that one completely. I swear to God, you're going to get the shock collar. I will stop this show and put the shock collar on you. Please stop. I can't talk when he barks, and so it's windy, and the doors in the building move. So every time the wind blows, he barks. Enough. I just got to remember next week. So it's like a vibrating thing. It's not, I'm not really like, it's a vibrating thing. Everybody calm down. All right. So self-care tip number 1. Ooh, are you guys ready for this one? Practice daily gratitude. So what that means is it's important in maintaining a positive mindset. You could have a daily gratitude. Every day, write 1, 2, 3 things that you're thankful for. You don't have to write a novel, but every day when you wake up, you know, what if you're waking up before you grab your phone, you get your book, and all right, I'm thankful for this, I'm thankful for this. And you know what? You've now had part of the beginning of your day on a positive note, right? Because when you are thinking positively, and you're doing kind things and you're being positive around others and you're encouraging other people, don't, I swear to God, he does it to taunt me. I swear to God, he does it to taunt me. Something else you do is smash some goals. Like just make a list, not like a big list, like a small list, you know, gotta fix the towel rack in the bathroom. I don't know, the one chair in the kitchen is wobbly. You got to fix the leg. Kid jumped on the bed and broke some, you know, like, and you've got this list. And so like every day, just check one thing off. You know what I mean? Like start a list so that you can see that you're making progress, which leads you again to seeing positive, which enforces positive thoughts, which then brings positive outcomes. So it's really crazy how when you appreciate yourself and you value yourself and you do things for yourself is happy. Wait, what? You make yourself happy? Huh? Wait, you mean that it's not Quinn's job to make me happy? That is horse. No. Quinn, it is your job to make me happy. Period. No, y'all, believe it or not, your happiness is going to come from within here. It comes from within how much you love yourself. It comes from what you give to others. It's not what you get that's going to make you happy, y'all. I'm going to tell you that right now. From a very spoiled child, it is not what you get that makes you happy. It is what you give. It is how you make other people feel. It is the ability to look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the night and know that you've given it your all, that you've helped someone else along their journey. And if that doesn't make you feel better about yourself, let's talk a little more. Okay? Maybe we'll find you a therapist, because I'm telling you, when you do things for other people, like Lips was saying, that was Lips' whole thing, is you do for others, not because you expect them to give back, but because it's the right thing to do. And in doing the right thing, if ever needed, it's really weird how at the right time, the right person is there to do the perfect thing to get you through whatever it is. I just had it happen to me. I literally had it happen to me yesterday. Not even kidding. So I get it. And to me, it is amazing how when you stop thinking about what the world can do for you and what you can do for the world, how much happier I've been. How much less stress I've had on myself. Holy cheese and rice, you guys. We have, what do we got? About 2 minutes, all right? Are you ready? 2 minutes? And let's see. I always tell you guys in almost every show, make sure you drink your water. And if you don't know how much water you are supposed to drink, for the sake of easy numbers, I am going to say a 200-pound person should be drinking half of their body weight. So that would be 100. Okay? So you should be drinking, a 200-pound person should be drinking 100 ounces of water a day. So if you're 150 pounds, you should be drinking 75 ounces of water a day. You guys got to remember, our bodies are made of mostly water. No, that does not work, Tim. Tim, we will fight in the middle of my show. It is not the same. It is like me trying to argue with my father that coffee is not water. It has to be just the H2ISO, okay? Come on, y'all. Pay attention. Fifth grade health or something like that. My God. And last but not least, before we have Legion hop in my box to tell his story, life lesson, I should say, enjoy some quiet time. And I don't mean like just sit here in the quiet and play on your phone. Like put your phone down, turn the TV off, go for a walk without your headphones in. Just go for a walk, listen to nature. Just be with yourself. I know it's scary. I'm not really a big fan of it most of the times either. But usually when it's the most uncomfortable, it's the most needed. So also don't get stuck only by yourself for like a long time. You know, like don't make it like a lifestyle, right? But take a day. Take a day if needed. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. You know, you sometimes it might just be, 20 minutes. Sometimes you just, no, Shetty, that does not count either. You guys, we're going to fight today. You must drink water. Water. Water, 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 water. All right. So, are you are you ready, Legion? I don't, heck, even just read a book, even. Get lost in a book. Thank you, Cecil. Thank you. Oh, my Lanta. Someone's listening. Cecil, you're my new favorite. I'm just saying. All right, you guys, we got Legion here. We're going to let him hop in the box. And he is going to be talking about how to share your progress, not your goals. And you'll always be motivated. Ooh, you got the new shirt. You got the nice. Look at that.
Yeah, this is actually from last year. I had this
Last year's?
okay. Yeah, I had a different account on here. But hey everyone, nice to meet you, Silly Lily.
Nice
I
to meet
believe
you.
this is my first time seeing you and meeting you. I've never
Yeah.
seen you before, but this is my first time. But
Oh,
in
welcome.
regards to the lesson, in
Yes.
regards to the lesson, it actually relates a lot to what you were just saying. People say they want to do things, but they never get to do it until, for example, I technically believe you should never share that you want to hate. I want to clean my office, but you know, should I tell people that, hey, I want to clean my office, or should I just work on that before I tell anyone? Should I start working on that before I tell anyone? Or
Right.
I want to start losing weight. Should you share that with somebody, or should you start working on that before you share it to the world, before you share it to the internet?
Right.
You know,
Right. Yeah.
um, especially the internet, because so many people go on the internet and they post their own goals, and we see, oh, I should start working on this, or I should start working on that, and you never get to choose a goal that you want to start working on, because your head is like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like I refer it to my I'm a mom, so it's like my son. He wanted to do football and basketball and this, and he made all of it this big deal, and then he didn't like some of it, and we would be somewhere, and so go, how's this? He'd be, oh, I quit. I don't, and wow, why'd you quit? Why'd you quit? So for him it was I had to explain him, like, like you can start things, but he likes to try so much that I told him, I said, that's what you're saying makes me think of it, is I said, why don't you try it out, see if you like it, and then once you're into it and you're serious, then you can invite them and then let them know that you're into it, right? Rather than starting something, doing it for a week, and then having to explain to everybody why it didn't work out, So I try to, and I tell him that because I try to make him so that it's a positive outcome, right? You don't want to have to talk about the negatives. So, but if he doesn't talk about it, there's no negatives if he quits, right? And so
Mhm.
now, but then if he's successful at it, it's only the positive things that people are going to come, oh my God, that was a great game, or good shot, good throw. You know what I mean? So yeah, that can go in all different crazy areas of your life. So you're so
I
young.
think
I don't know what they are.
I
You're
think
very
most of
wise.
I think it's also like best to make like a list of the things that you wanna, you know, accomplish. Because if you don't have a list, then you know it's going you don't know which one to start first. You know, you're gonna move from losing the weight to cleaning out your garage to
Yeah.
getting your car fixed. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. You should always have a priority in which one you should go first and do first, and then you could share your progress to the world. Hey, I just started working on my office the other day, and I've been telling you I've been trying to work on it. Or hey, I've been you know you know someone asks you a personal friend that that you work with, how's that workout journey going? I've seen you post on Facebook or Instagram that you've been having a workout, um that you've been trying to work out. Now what if they asked you that and you were like, well, I didn't really work on that, you know? That's
Yeah.
not really
Yeah. That sounds like all of our New Year's resolutions.
exactly that's
That's-
how you put it.
I don't think I've kept one yet. I'm gonna be honest. Except last year, I said I'm not making a resolution because I won't keep it.
I've
So that's
never
the
kept
first
it.
one I kept.
I've never kept
I'm
one.
always gonna get in better shape or get a better job, or I've always had some kind, and now I'm like, yeah, nope,
Exactly.
nope. So what do you think? Was there like a specific time in your life where you kind of realized you had to prioritize what was more important than the other?
Many times. For example, streaming. So, matter of fact, this fall, and I've said this, before. This fall, I was like, you know, thinking about going to starting. So I was supposed to start college 2 years ago, and COVID hit 2020. That's when I graduated, 2020, during the COVID. I didn't even go to graduation. It didn't even feel like that was the last year. So I even had like a music scholarship to Jackson State University in Mississippi, but I never took it. I've been like, I'm gonna go next year. I'm gonna go next year. I've never told anybody, hey, I want to do this or I want to do that. I rarely ever do that, especially for that situation. But it was more of like I want to have a purpose first. And then this year I was like, I'm gonna try this year. I'm gonna start going this year. So this fall I actually decided to, hey, um, I would like to become a nurse. And then, um, yeah, and then that situation.
Uh-oh. I think he froze. Well, guys, if you're just tuning in, welcome to Lessons Learned. We're going to give his phone a second to catch up. I'm Silly Lily, and I had Lipstein's on earlier with an amazing message. And right now we have Legion, and we're talking about prioritizing your list of things to do. We're talking about how organizing your life in the events and the goals, hitting your goals, easier ways to hit goals, right? I guess. Give him a minute. He'll be right back. I have no doubt. That he'll be back. Sometimes that happens. That's part of this online world when you can't be at the same place and you've got different internets and different devices. Unfortunately, sometimes we have little mishaps. But if you guys are just tuning in again on Lessons Learned, thank you for being here. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the favorites. Again, but more importantly, thank you for your time, because I know time, you can't get it back. So I appreciate y'all for being here. I am waiting to see him. Here, while we're killing time, does anybody have a question that they want to know about Silly Lily? Let's throw that out there. But it has to be appropriate, but I will answer honestly. So shoot, go ahead. What is something you guys want to know about? I know a lot of you know my life lessons. I'm a pretty open book. No questions. Not one of you has any questions for me. Is it a kids' school? Am I in a kids' school? No, that's my Christmas tree. So how many brothers and sisters? So I have 1, 2, 3 sisters and 2 brothers. Welcome everybody. Welcome. What is my biggest lesson that I have learned? Forgiveness. forgiving others, but more importantly, myself. His battery might have died. That's all right. You know, if he's coming back, he'll be back. If not, we at least got to touch base, and you know, we talked about it some. Um, I know that, you know, not sharing too much of your goals is important, because like he said, you don't want to say that you're going to be starting this huge workout regimen. I've done this many times. You make this big deal about it, and you go about it forever, like 3 weeks, right? And then forever after that, another week. You know, someone's like, how's your journey? And you're like, you're already done, you know? So it's, and then that makes your brain go negative, and you think, oh man, I failed at that too, right? But if you only share things that you're actually making progress in, that's what it was. Share your progress, not just your goals, right? Like, it's important to share goals and stuff, but really, really make sure that you are working towards it. Make sure that you actually enjoy what it is that you're, you know, sharing with people. I mean, this goes for relationships too. Before you go and jump into relationships, make sure you really get to know the person. Make sure that you're really, you know, I don't know. You also look like a kids teacher. I am not a kids teacher. I could not handle a schoolroom full of little kids or big kids, any age kids. I can barely handle the two I have. Who's the most interesting streamer that I've met in here? That I've met offline or just out of any streamer? I have 2 kids. Calm down, Grizzly. Give me a minute to answer the other questions and finish what I'm saying. For the love of baby Jesus, it's called patience. My God. Have mercy. College, maybe, because they're not they're paying to be there, or their parents are, and if they screw up, they're in trouble, you know? But like grades K through kindergarten, maybe, because they're just so cute and they do the darndest things that you probably forgive them for being little booger faces. But man, after that, I don't think I could talk. I honestly, like, I'd be in the principal's office for yelling at the kids for being stupid or bullying or making fun. Like, I don't think I could do it. I don't have the patience. Like, these teachers stay calm and collective and barely even have an attitude, and I have hella attitude. So there's that part. I don't think it would be a good fit. Welcome, everybody. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Lessons Learned. We had Lip Shines on first, and she talked about how when you give, you should never expect anything in return. What goes around comes around at just the right times. You can, you know, I more or less, it's one of those, you know, you can't give somebody, like on here, you can't gift somebody and expect them to gift you back. You can't go onto the street corner and you can't give a guy $10 panhandling and then expect that back. You do for others. Banned for what? But you can do for others, you know, you do for others out of the goodness of your heart. You give to others because you want to, not because you expect things back. And you know, sometimes maybe you catch yourself giving to the wrong people or feeling like you give too much. But at the end of the day, I don't believe in giving too much unless it enables a negative or bad behavior, right? Unfortunately, guys, whoever's trying to hop in the box during a featured show, unless you are my main guest, I cannot have you in there. And I'm sorry, but we can talk about this off of the featured show if this is something that someone needs to vent about or talk about, or if you know, to share with me. But you guys, welcome. Thank you for being here. We were just talking about Lip Shine's message on how we give from the goodness of our heart, not because we expect things back. And when you give, good things are going to come back. And it's not necessarily, like she said, it doesn't mean if you give this guy $10, you're going to get 100. And maybe, or maybe someone's at the gas station, right? And they're asking you for $10 to put in the gas tank to get them home. And so you swipe the card, you put $10 in, and maybe you go to the grocery store and you need milk and bread and you realize you forgot your wallet and someone's behind you in line. And now maybe they buy that milk and bread so you don't have to come back, right? So it's a circle. It's a what goes around comes around. And if you're good to people for the right reasons, listen to me, if you're good to people for the right reasons, good things will come back. You don't just give and expect things back. You don't give and expect something to come back to you. You just give and you're happy with that. It is very good for your soul. It is very, very good for your soul. Absolutely, Jay. Absolutely. Tell him I am so sorry. If he needs me to write, I'll have him I'll message him on IG. I can write in and say that there was nothing going on, so he can get back on. But yeah, no, I am so sorry that happened. We were just getting, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to like fill my time and come up with things to talk about on the top of my head. And I'm not always very good at that when I'm in the moment. But I guess I suppose I should be better prepared for moments like that because we never know when it's going to happen when we're streaming and whatnot. So let's see, we got 10:53. Any more questions for me? You guys want to ask me any more questions? Thank you again for all the gifts, you guys. I appreciate you a lot. What's the meaning of life? I don't know, Jay, that I can give a meaning of life, but one thing I can say is there's only two things that we're promised in life when we're born. One, a journey, and two, death. It's what we do on that journey that makes life meaningful. It's, it's I don't have an exact definition. I guess that's really all I have for that. He was removed for violating certain people. So they were probably in here reporting. So next, so it doesn't even help him if I turn him red. Ay. I'm sorry that this is happening part-time. I've done that. They report, oh my God. That is absolutely crazy. But yeah, I think everybody's kind of got their own meaning of life, their own way to, what they appreciate, what they value. Everybody's values are different, right? So I don't think that I can just give one explanation to that. Why, hello, Magical. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. You guys, if you're just tuning in, welcome to Lessons Learned. Thank you for being here. We had an unfortunate incident with our second guest where he's unable to get back in the box, and it is not his fault at all. So we are doing our best to fill the time. And like I said before, I'm not really the best at that. So Magical, is there any questions that you would like to ask the silly Lily? Is there anything you would like to know? Let's see. I don't know that there's a lot that I have. I am not answering that. You are going to need to revert yourself back to preschool. What has streaming taught me? Ooh, Duck, that is a really good one. Okay, so it has taught me that there are good people in the world out there. It has taught me that I can have friends all across the world that make me happy and make me smile. And just because I haven't met them doesn't mean they don't hold an important part of my heart in their hands on a daily basis. And streaming has taught me confidence, because as many times as I want to tear myself down, or I want to listen to the people that bullied me in my past when they come back up in my head when I'm having a bad day, you guys are always here to remind me that I am beautiful, and I am smart, and I am kind, and I am not a bad person. I've made mistakes. Don't get me wrong. I am the first person to tell you all, and many times on here, that I have made my fair share of mistakes. But that was my past. you know, and I can't change it. I've learned a lot from it, but unfortunately, I didn't learn for a long time because I didn't care for a long time, because I was angry for a really long time. The app has taught me that what I'm trying to help teach people on the app, can I throw that in there? Is, you guys, it's okay to not always be okay. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but that one lady in your IG that's got like 7 kids and the pictures are always perfect and the kids are always smiling and they're on the beach and they're in the sand and they've got, that's not her life. I promise you, with 7 children, that is pure and sheer chaos. And that woman probably broke down 3 times, shedding massive tears to get those pictures. Those very few you see. I'm telling you, life is not always what people make it look like, okay? And people face struggles on the day-to-day basis that we don't know about. You never know what people are going through. It is so important to be kind. It is important not to judge too quickly, as I've learned a few times on here. But also the thing I've learned most importantly is if your gut tells you something's wrong or something's not right when you're in a stream or when you communicate with certain people, listen to your gut, because even virtually it's right. And don't get yourself caught up in the drama, be it on here or in real life. Just listen to your gut, follow your gut. That's not so much what this has taught me, but it's definitely a huge part of something you need to learn on here. Streaming has taught me that what you see at the very beginning and what people present you with, who they are, or present you with what they want you to believe they are, is not always true either. It's really easy for a lot of people to be to fake it, you know, and to pretend so that people are seeing what, you know, they're people pleasing, and that is an exhausting way to live. So don't do that. Because if you are 100% unapologetically yourself, me, loud, obnoxious, very in your face, normally cuss like a sailor, trucker, I don't know, I embarrass them all, whatever, okay? I wasn't always this way. When I first started streaming, you would say some kind of comment that would like compliment me, and I would be 18 shades of red. I'd giggle like a schoolgirl, and I'd have no idea what to do in response. I was literally ridiculous. Okay? Like I wish I could have recorded some of my early streams. I'm sure that there's some out there somewhere if I asked enough people. But I've been myself 100% since I started streaming. I share my deepest thoughts, some of my most vulnerable experiences, things that make me variable. I share that with you guys not because I'm proud of all of it, not because I want you to know of some of this dumb stuff that I've done, but because I want people to know that if you're in your early to mid 20s and you're screwing off and you don't think you have a light at the end of your tunnel, I'm telling you, I'm living proof there's light at the end of that tunnel. That's why I share the things that I share. It is not to toot my own horn, because believe you me, I am embarrassed of most of my past life. Okay? But as a person who is a business owner, as a person who has 2 children, and I've been successful, I push and I go after things that I want, right? I have the ability to do the things that I want to do, and so do you guys. But it all starts off with baby steps, you know? This is kind of all over the place, but why not? Why not just throw in like a multitude of life lessons into like 4 sentences, right? But you guys, it is 11:01. And what that means is it's about time for me to go. I would like to thank Lip Shines again. I would like to thank Legion. Legion, we'll get you back on here. I'm so sorry that happened, buddy. That really sucks. But like I said, we'll get you back on here. I end every show with a Q&Q. But before I do that, you guys, if you would like to see me dressed to the T tomorrow in a ball gown with my hair done up a little bit, and my makeup will be like, you know, extra done, and I'm gonna be fancy pants in it tomorrow night for good listeners. Royal Ball auction. So if you have an infinity symbol and a strong arm emoji and you want to come spam those at 6:25 p.m. tomorrow night, Eastern Standard Time, that would be awesome. And plus you might get to see me fall in heels because I don't do well in them. I'm just being honest. Don't expect me to move. Okay. And if I do, make sure you're recording because chances are we could be YouTube rich or TikTok, whatever famous. Okay. But that being said, Good Listener has her show. And let's see, let me run through. So Sunday, I'm thinking off the top of my head. Okay. So if I miss you, Miss Chrissy, she has a featured show. Oh my God. 3 p.m. Chowing Down with Quinn and JT is at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Stallion, Magical Stallion, will you please do a shout out for your show right now, please? Moons, will you shout out Moons for me too? Because I think hers is on Sundays as well. And let's see, Mondays, I'm trying to think of, I know we've got Wednesday nights is Scantron and More Miserable. Moore's is at 10 p.m. Scantron's is at 11 p.m. And he's given me the idea what I'm going to do because I stink at technology. Ooh, Jay, maybe I can work something with you. Oh, no, I got my Adobe. I can just snapshot the pictures. I'm going to figure this out. But anyway, so I want to take pictures of Talking to the Moon Sundays at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Thank you, thank you. And when is yours, Magical Stallion? Best Express every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Okay. And then we've got Boss Bro on at noon in less than an hour. And I don't know if any of you know, one of my real life best friends, well, he was the Chad. Now he's that Chad. And I don't like that Chad. I still like the Chad. But that Chad will be on Boss Bro at noon. So make sure you guys go and check that out. I know I'm forgetting shows that I really want to shout out. But again, I'm nervous. And I'm just really excited that I got through this last 20 minutes. So we're going to do my Q&Q now. We do not answer this right now. We will answer this approximately 10:05 to 10:08 next week. Okay? Okay. Yeah, please come apologize. Everybody check out all try you guys. So I don't know. Let me do this really fast, okay? Actually, because I want to show you guys. So when you go into your live, so in the For You, see it like right there, featured show. Try to at least give them a view, right? Check them out. You never know what show you might stumble in and be like, oh my God, that is so much fun. There's game shows. Emerald Empress, she's got a show at noon on Tuesdays that was really fun. Not Too Shabby with Krabby is another fun show that I really listen to. I think I'm going to be on that one soon. Let's see. We've got Taro. Taro has a featured show, doesn't he? We've got Beyond Your Magic, Engineer Your Bag, Daniel's Top MCs, Put in Words, Gifts That Give. Like those are all shows that are just today, right? So I'm about done, guys. I'm going to show the Q&Q, and after that, I am going to say my final goodbye. You guys, thank you for tuning in to Lessons Learned today. I so appreciate you. When is Legion's show? Is it, I don't know when. I don't see it on here. Boss Printing, You've Got a Friend in Me, Kickback with Ohey. So it's not on here yet. It'll be on here that day. So this right here, you scroll through this, and this is where you can find all the shows for that day too, you guys. For those of you that don't know, all the shows that are on that day are right up here. So you can even look in the morning and be like, oh my God, I think I need to check that out. So 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow is his featured show. Okay. All right, so you guys, if you're up, make sure you have Legion favorited. He'll be on tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. I'm not going to lie, 6 a.m.s are rough for me on Saturdays. But I'll definitely be there because I'm definitely up some Saturdays. Instrumental moments with Legion. Awesome, 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 awesome. So yeah, if you guys, especially if you guys like music, that's definitely something you guys want to check out, right? So here we go. We're going to end this show right now, you guys. We are constantly invited to be what we are. What 3 people, real or imaginary, would you invite to dinner? Don't answer it. Don't answer it right now. Hold on. If you want to screenshot it, or Jay wants to screenshot it, or whatever. There it is. Don't answer now. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't. Okay. All right. All right, guys. On that note, remember tomorrow night, 6:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be in Good Listeners Royal Ball Auction, and Chad's in that one at 6:10. Who else do we have in that? Marty Party, Foxy, Big Bats. Oh my God, I don't know who else is in that.